Sisters and brothers, good to see you here today. As Paul said, OPSEU has been working alongside ATU, the labor movement, TTC riders, a whole range of community organizations to keep our public services public. We're proud to do that with you. And I want to see if we can just kind of remind ourselves the core demand in this campaign, whether we're calling it We Own It, whether we're calling it Keep Hydro Public, whether we're calling it Keep Transit Public, and that message is public, not private. 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 So I want to let you know that 150,000 OPSEU members across the province share your concern about the shameful sell-off of our public assets and the direct delivery of public services in our communities to multinational corporations, to investment bankers, to our own pension funds, to hedge funds, and to Bay Street power brokers. That is a shame. I also want to let you know we share your concern about the way this infection has crept into the way in which our governments plan, build, and manage important public infrastructure projects, and into our political process, where we know that the parties that back Bay Street are there to deliver profits for their friends just down University Avenue. Am I right about that? So let's take just 1 minute to remember a few of the ABCs about privatization. And you know this well if you work in the public sector, if you work in our transit systems. The Auditor General has repeatedly told us, and academic reports have repeatedly shown, privatization costs more. It costs more to the tune, as Bonnie Lysyk said in 2014, $8 billion of excess waste on public-private partnerships over the previous few years. Just think what we could have done with those $8 billion if they were reinvested in public infrastructure and front-ride services rather than profits and lawyer fees on Bay Street.
People, not profits.
People, not profits, absolutely.
People, not profits.
People, not profits. People, not profits. People, not profits.
And most recently, the Auditor General's report of this year showed that the billions of dollars that were wasted on privatization of hydro, those billions of dollars, now the government won't even own up to them. They're trying to hide them with accounting tricks. Well, we know that's bullshit. We know what a waste that's been. Privatization delivers less. And it's just simple math. If there's $8 billion going down the street to Bay Street, that's $8 billion that is not delivering important services in our communities.
That you paid for.
Right on. Privatization means higher fees. Anyone who works in the transit system knows that. You know that fees that the folks in our communities pay in order to access this vital public service keep going up and up and up. Profits keep going up and up and up, and yet the system is apparently awash in red ink. We know, most importantly, I think, because it's at the root of this, privatization means less accountability to the public. And that means corruption. That means waste. That means dirty deals in back rooms. And we're not going to support that. So the transit system is exactly a perfect example of all that's wrong with the privatization and P3 method. From the planning, the designing, the building of these projects now, they say the public sector can't do it, that our transit agencies can't do it, we have to contract that out. And at the same time, the province and the federal government have gotten completely out of providing operating support for transit so that it's affordable for working people in our communities. This is a system that's designed to fail. It seems obvious. Failure. But then look at it. Who are they doing this for? It's a failure for us and for the public. For their backers on Bay Street, it's a huge success. Mission accomplished, as they say. So we have to change the logic of the way in which we approach this. And this election is an absolutely perfect time to change the story, to change the script, to remind our members, if you're in a union, our friends, our neighbors, that public delivery of public services is absolutely critical to a successful and strong Ontario. OPSEU and the We Own It campaign are proud to join you in that fight. We're with you all the way. We've got 4 weeks to make a difference. And I think if you have been listening to the speeches today, you know exactly what that means at the ballot box. Let's keep our public services.
NDP!
NDP! NDP! NDP! NDP!
Who owns it? We own it. Who owns it?
We own it!
Who owns it?
We own it!
Who owns it?
We own it!
Thank you very much.